So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Liam, hello there. How are you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. EM, hello there. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Sorry about being absent pretty much for the past couple of days. I haven't been live streaming. But I'm able to squeeze in a live stream today, so here we are. Okay, let's get started. Flying from Dubai to Dusseldorf and back again. That is a long day of flying, EM. All right, everybody, good day to you. Good morning. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever the hell you are, welcome to the live stream. And we've got some frame rate issues right off the bat, which is very unexpected because it is running just fine literally until right now. So I don't know what has just gone wrong with it, that it's giving me a little bit of frame rate issues here. I think I need to optimize my streaming settings as well. I am streaming at this point to Twitch, Kick, Rumble, and YouTube at the same time. So on YouTube, you'll be able to watch my stream in up to 2K. On Rumble, Kick, and Twitch, I am streaming at 1080p, and I think that is a little much here. Yeah, definitely it's a little much because my CPU usage for OBS has gone from like 1 point something, like roughly 1%, all the way to like 2.5% consistently. So yeah, there is definitely some extra CPU and GPU load going on with streaming to so many different platforms. So that is happening at the moment, and I think frame rates will get affected because of that. And yeah, anyway, nonetheless, 1.5 hours from destination. One and a half hours. All right. Okay, so today we're going to be flying one of my favorite aircrafts, as you guys know on the channel by now. the 777. And today this is the PMDG 777-300ER. We're going to be flying it out of San Francisco, and it's a little bit floaty here. Look at that. We're actually floating. Yeah, the chocks on the nose wheel, they're floating right there. There's a little bit of interesting there, but yeah, so we're flying out of San Francisco, and we're going to go towards Vancouver. I have never flown into Vancouver. However, I think about a month ago I purchased scenery for the airport, Vancouver International, I believe, and I would love to check it out. So that's what we're doing today. We're gonna fly from San Francisco into Vancouver. So yeah, first of a time flying in there. Let's see how that turns out for us. But just taking a quick look around our beautiful aircraft here today. Okay. Taking a look at our lovely little aircraft. So we've got Mr. Liam and EM in the chats. Do I see Anas in the chat today? No, I don't. I don't see Mr. Anas in the chat. I don't see anybody else in the chat. So without further delay, let's go ahead and get ourselves started up here so we can get the heck out of here. I don't want to be stuck on the ground for too long. So yeah, this is the default scenery for KSFO. It is handcrafted though by default in Microsoft Flight Sim. It's a handcrafted default scenery for San Francisco. Does it look fantastic? It looks all right. Okay, it looks okay. It's not fantastic, but you know. We shall make do with it. We shall make do with it. Okay. That's enough of that. Let's go back down and where's our aircraft again? Huh? Have I lost my aircraft? Where are you? That's funny. That's the runway we're going to be taking off from today. 01 left. So we should be... there it is. See? Draw distance issue with Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. LOD. More detailing, more problems to computer. Yeah, it's not the detail that's the problem. It's the fact that I'm streaming to 4 different services at the same time. With YouTube being at 2K and the other services being at 1080p, there's just too much going on. So there's going to be a little bit of issue here, you know. A little bit of an issue, but yeah. The reshade is doing a really nice job. I really like the way how the simulator looks with the reshade running. So yeah, got a kind of a custom profile running. I've downloaded a default profile available for free, and I have made some tweaks and adjustments to it, and I really like the way how it looks now. Anyway, that being said, let's go ahead and jump into our aircraft. Brilliant. Here we are. Okay, so first things first, we go ahead and download the SimBrief plan. There it goes. There's our SimBrief plan. That's fantastic. Ground operations. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's go to the overhead panel here. Let's actually go ahead and start all of this stuff up here. There we go. That's all good. ADRU, IFE, and cabin utilities and all that stuff done. Brilliant. Emergency lights armed, please. Nav lights are on already. Let's turn on the passenger signs here. That's done as well. Yeah, that's it in terms of lights and stuff for now. Window heats, I like to wait before I turn on window heats and stuff. So we're just gonna wait for our screens to power up here, and hopefully, just hopefully, we'll have GSX working properly for us today. Yeah, but let's just wait for our screens to power up. What's going on? Oh no, the simulator is hanging. Yeah, I think the simulator is hanging now. I only have issues when I stream, so I'm gonna have to change my stream settings. Yep, the simulator is completely hanging right now. And I don't think it's gonna come back. Yeah. Yep, I started having these issues when I started streaming to Rumble. Things are moving though. Wait, what is going on right now? Things are coming to life, but what? This is funny. Oh, there we go. It hasn't hung. I don't know, something weird happening with the controls there. Anyway. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's good. Oh, okay, good. All right, fantastic. We are good to go. I was just checking my PMDG controls there because usually I have issues with PMDG reverse thrust, and I believe almost everyone has it. The throttles aren't very snappy to respond, so there's a nice lag between me actually advancing my physical throttle here and the actual throttle advancing there, so that's interesting. Nonetheless, I think we're okay here. Yeah, we're okay. Yeah, we're okay. Good. Okay, that's fine. Let's get started with FMC. Let's just drop that in there. There we go. Reference airport for today is KSFO. I'll put that in. Technically, I'm on gate A8, but that doesn't really matter. Okay, everything else is looking good here. Let's go to the route. Let us go to... I'm gonna put this in here. Our destination is CYVR. That's Vancouver right there. Perfect. Let's request our route. There we go. Let's set the payload. Let's set the fuel. Select the route. As soon as the route requesting is done, we're gonna go ahead and get GSX to board us up here. See whether that works. Route request and activate. Execute. Okay, clear that, clear that, clear that, clear that. Okay, good. So let's go to GSX. Let's request boarding. American Airlines. Let's see if they have United. United. Come on. Let's do United. Good. So that means that boarding processes should begin now. And they are. Now let's see how successfully the bridge connects. Will there be issues with the GSX? And yes, there will be. Oh no, there won't be. Oh, brilliant. Look at that. Our jetway is connected correctly. Thank God for that. Our cargo doors are opening correctly. Okay, today it seems like GSX has decided to cooperate with us. Is there rain? No, there's no rain. It is quite cloudy though, so there's no telling which way the weather is gonna go. Looks like we've got some dark clouds here. We are flying live time and live weather today, by the way. But we look good. We look good. Yeah, we look fine. We look just fine. Yeah, there will be those occasional stutters there. It's just because of the stream. Maybe I will consider going down in quality on YouTube from 2K to 1080p. Do let me know in the chats what quality you guys watch my stream at. You watch 1080p or 2K mostly. And yeah. Because streaming to 4 places at the same time is not good. It is not good. So yeah. Alright. Perfect. Let's go back to our FMC here. Let's go to performance. As a matter of fact, yeah, let's just accept the performance data here. Request that. Let's put that in. Let's go to departure arrival. Out of KSFO today, we're using runway 01 left. And what departure are we using today? Let me have a quick look. Departure we're using is this one right here. Perfect. That's done. Oh, may execute that. Let's go there. Back here, let's go to arrival. For arrival into Vancouver, we're going to use runway 08 right, and we're going to use the ILS. And what arrival procedure? That's the one right there. Let's put that in, and let's go to our legs quickly. Okay, let's put that in. See, what other discontinuities do we have? Okay, let's see if there's any discontinuities, because let's see, truck, and then we're supposed to go direct to Rags. Egret. Yeah, the routes have not come in properly, I'm afraid. Yeah. So this route is different to the one that I would like to follow. It hasn't exactly come in correctly. However, I think I'm going to stick to this route because it's very simple and straightforward, right? So we're going to stick to this route here. Which kind of sucks, because if you look at the thing here, if you come to the flight bag, yeah, that's not supposed to do that. Yeah, it's a straight line. We don't have... What the hell? It's a straight line? That sucks. That is not what I want. I have a different route here inputted into the FMC, into SimBrief. But it's not letting me access those routes, so that's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so we're gonna leave it like this for today, I guess. But that's not really cool, is it? Ah, never mind. Never mind. Let's go back to our performance stuff. Let's go right here. Go to performance tool, runway 01 left today. Let's import that from the aircraft. Let's import the weather. Let's calculate. Okay, flaps 5. That's fine. 45 is the selected temperature. Flaps 5 today. It's fine. CG is whatever it is. Okay, let's go to the next page. Okay, next page. Let's look at the wind. 157. 157. We're gonna put that in. That's fine. What is the runway slope? It is 0, so we don't need to worry about that. The Reference outside air temperature is going to be 17. Okay. Thrust limits here, it's supposed to be TO2 for us. 45 selected temperature. 45 TO2 for us. I'll just do that. There we go. So let's go back to takeoff. Let's confirm those takeoff speeds there. And there we go. That should get everything up and running. Let's have a look outside here. Our boarding process is pretty much finished. With the cargo at least. Let's see what's happening with the passengers. 74 passengers left. No, 74 passengers boarded. I don't know what's wrong with me these days. My brain is not braining properly. Okay, so we've got 141 passengers to be boarded, 74 done. Everything else is looking fine. So let's just head back in here. Let's go and continue with our setup. Let's set the local pressure. That seems about right. Let me check. 30.04. 30.04 is correct, yeah. Okay, FD on both sides. We've got what's our speed for V2? 155, 175, 180. Let's do 180 here. There we go. LNAV, VNAV can both go on. What is our cruising altitude for today? SimBrief says it's 28,000 feet. I don't know what it says in the FMC. So let's have a look here. Okay. Just altitude restrictions there. The heck? What on earth is going on? 38,000 feet is cruising altitude. SimBrief says 28,000. This says 38,000. I don't know which one to go. Don't think we can do 38,000. Can we do 38,000? We can't do 38,000. We can, can't we? Yeah, we can. Okay, fine. You know what? I'm going to stick with 38,000 here. I'm going to stick with 38,000. Just going to put that there. Just go for 38,000. See how we get along. Okie dokie, all of that is done. I'm gonna press that because I like it like this, and then I'm gonna reduce the range on that one. And there we go. So today, while we push back, we need to go nose to the left. Nose to the left, that's correct. So I'm gonna go here and get us prepared for pushback and departure, and as soon as we're ready, we should begin our pushback. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Apart from that, we're pretty much ready. Okay. I hate the fact that in external view, most of the time, the terminal buildings get in your way. So you can't really have a good view. But here we are. Let's put that up, shall we? There we go. That's much better. That is much better. Just waiting for our boarding to finish. Release ground power. Yes, I forgot to do something. That is entirely my bad, ladies and gentlemen. No, we can't release ground power just yet. Completely forgot to do this. APU. Completely forgot about it. I think I'm a little loopy. I don't know what's wrong with me today. This is supposed to be on. Okay, let's see what can happen. AP needs to turn on before we can release our ground power, so okay, we're gonna kind of ignore that for the time being. Let's see what happens. got the chocks on and all that stuff. That's not good. Let's go to ground operations. Is APU available yet? Because I want to switch. As soon as it says APU running, I want to turn off our ground power and get rid of the chocks there. There we go. Let's turn all of that off. Let's just remove the chock there. Oops, sorry about that. Parking brakes. Yeah, it's been a while. I forget stuff so quickly when it comes to this. Let's look at our checklist. Screw the oxygen stuff. We don't need to worry about it. Are the doors closed? No, they are not. No, they are not. Close all the doors. Okay. There we go, that's much better. Nose to the left, right? Yeah, nose to the left. That's fine. Let me turn on the beacon lights here. Put the fuel pumps on. Okay. See, why on earth does it do this sometimes? I don't know. I don't understand how this thing works sometimes, you know, really, it pisses me off. Close the door again. And arm the doors as well. Okay, hopefully this will be enough to get pushback started. I hope so. Okay. MCP, takeoff speeds, that stuff done. Trim is not yet done. What is the trim anyway? Trim is 3.75. Can we do trim? 3.75 is up. Oh wait, we got hydraulics. No, hold on. Okay, nose is being raised. Good. Let me turn on all the stuff right here. Nose to... what did I just say? To the left, right? To the left. Release parking brakes. Let's put our trim to 3.75. So 3 is here. 3.5 is here. 3.75. We're on 3.75 right now, aren't we? Yes, we are, ladies and gentlemen. That is... come on. That is 3.75. Okay, whatever. We go ahead and start up our engines here. Let's put engine number 1 to start. Got all of that done. Got all of that done. Got all of that done. Let's go to engine. Oh, God. Let's flick that open. There we go. Hello there, Liam. Welcome back. We're just starting up our engines and dropping the flaps. There we go, engine start complete pretty much, and I don't know why the TCAS is always on this bloody aircraft, but it's supposed to be on standby for now. Okay, so that's done. Flaps 5 has been set. Our hand signal should come momentarily there. Let's turn on taxi lights. Yep, that's it. That's good. Okay, thank you very much. See you next time. Bye-bye. Alright, great. So that's done. Auto brake to RTO. Anything else that we need to do here? Not really. I'm trying to get a Microsoft-like simulator on my PS5. Liam, do you mean Microsoft Flight Simulator or like something like Microsoft Flight Simulator? Is that what you're talking about? Alright, let's go back to our checklist here. We have finished all of this stuff. We need to check our flight controls, don't we? So let's do that right away, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's check the flight controls in a second here. Where is flight control? Can't see where flight control. Ah, there it is. Okay, we're good. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait till December for the actual flight sim to come out. Yeah, then you're gonna have to wait till December for the flight simulator to come out for PS5. If you signed up for the early access stuff, you would have had it. But unfortunately, if you did not sign up for it in advance, you're going to have to wait till December to get your hands on it. Okay, let's release the parking brake. Now, we're supposed to be doing some extra stuff like setting the headings correctly, the course correctly, but you know, I don't really do that. I don't really do that. And we'll put it roughly towards the runway heading here. Because we are heading towards runway 01 today. So yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good enough. I don't think we've missed anything. Let's check our checklist here. Flight controls done. Before takeoff checklist complete. There you go. We're good. We're on our way towards our runway of choice today. Okay. We'll take a look at our route in a second. Ooh, look at that. Someone's coming crashing into us. What the heck? We've got a left turn coming up, which we shall take momentarily right here. Take the first left, and we shall be on our way. On our way, ladies and gentlemen, on our way. Looking good. Okay. Anything else we need to do here? No, really. Not really. Okay, so we've got all that done. We got all that done. We got all that done. That's all fine. That's all right. Auto throttle's armed. Good. There we are. That's a holding short point right there. Our stop bar coming up for runway 01 left. So let's go ahead and stop it right here. It's a fairly short taxi there, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna put on the parking brake for a second. And let's see what we can do here. Let's put our TCAS up. Let's put landing lights on. Let's put strobe lights on. I'll leave the logo lights on. We don't need runway turn-off lights today for sure. We can release that parking brake. We can get out of here. We can get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Did I release the parking brake? Yes, I did. Give it a bit of power there. Come on. There we go. Just to get us moving. Good. Oh, look at that. We've got a light drizzle going on. Let's clean that up for takeoff, shall we? Let's turn this aircraft around. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, we're pretty much lined up. I think we're ready to go. We don't have anything else to worry about. So let's go ahead and power our lovely jet up here. There we go. $100 knots. Okay. There we go. Gear up. Okay, a little bit funny here on takeoff.
Traffic.
Took off with kind of like a tailwind, I suppose. It's okay. We're doing all right.
Traffic.
Flaps can go up.
Descend. Descend.
Okay, ignore the TCAS.
Clear of conflict.
There we go. Gonna put all the flaps up right now. Lovely aircraft to hand fly. Very nice. Feels heavy. Well, it feels large, so it's good. Okay, let's turn on the autopilot there. Auto brakes are disarmed. Taxi lights off. All of that is looking just fine now. Yes, it is. Good. Let's increase the range on that. Oh, that's too much. Let's leave it here. Let's increase the range on this one though.
Traffic.
This traffic stuff is annoying me, so I'm just gonna put it on TA only. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of San Francisco, and as you can see, it is very, very cloudy here and we can't see a thing. We're already in between two layers of clouds and we cannot see a thing, but that was very nice. Beautiful, look at us. Isn't that lovely? Okay. Very, very nice. Oh, there's another aircraft there in the background. Okay, let's continue our climb here. Excellent. 10,000 feet. Let's turn that off right there. You also really don't need the logo lights. Everything else is looking pretty good. Let's put our passenger signs to automatic. APU is still running, by the way. We can turn that off. That's fine. No issues. Although I would have liked to turn that off before takeoff. Good. Let's increase the range on that. And our transition altitude should be coming up at around 18,000 feet. Look at that. That is a gorgeous scene right there, isn't it? That is very lovely. Yeah, the APU flap is still open here. So ideally turned off the APU there before takeoff, but anyway. Yeah, it's a little late for that. We're going a little too fast for that. It's alright. It's alright. Okay, we're good with our checklist as well. Brilliant. How long is the flight out to to Vancouver? It is 2-hour flying time given, but we're not actually going to take that long because I will use fast forward to make our stream a little shorter here. So I will use a fast forward so we can reach Vancouver a little quicker. I think I need to cut out streaming to just past 18,200. We should get standard right now. There we go. That on standard. Brilliant. We're pretty much done with stuff to do in the cockpit now. We're just climbing out to our cruising altitude and there's nothing else to do, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. What a lovely scene. So yeah, like I was saying, I really think I need to cut down one of my streaming services because I can't handle it. It's too much. Sending out too many outputs from the streaming software there. Lovely. I love this aircraft. Let's just enjoy a few more of the views here as we climb to cruising altitude, and then I will go ahead and fast forward time for us. But for now, let's just enjoy the views a little bit, shall we? I love this engine. Oh, we are near our cruising altitude. Passing 32,000 feet, it's not like just about 6,000 feet to go. So once we hit that, I'm gonna go ahead and get our sim rate active, and we should be in Vancouver then in about 20 minutes after that. So it won't be too long today. Won't be too long. The usual 2-hour limit is what I'm aiming for today on live stream. So let's see how that goes. As a matter of fact, I think we can kick open the sim rate now. There we go, into 4. I'll leave it on into 4 at the moment. I don't want to go into 8 just yet, because the weather is a little bit funky. I'll leave it on into 4. Okay, good. Good. Okay, we're sitting at 38,000 feet now. We just have to carry along here, fairly stable. Let's see if we can do some into 8 speed a little bit. Oh, yes, we can. Oh, yes, we can. Oh, now that is the problem there. Once it gets a little off its altitude, that's when into 8 becomes a problem. Let's see. For now, we seem to be doing all right. Oh, we seem to be doing all right. Oh, a bit of a bump there, but that's okay. Fantastic. Take a quick look. This side into 8 is fast. That is some fast forwarding right there. Yeah, not all aircrafts in Microsoft Flight Sim can handle the into 8 sim rate. Something is wrong with me these days. I don't know what it is. I'm just so exhausted all the time. I can't even speak properly. Just so exhausted all the time. Cannot even speak. But anyway, as I was saying, into 8 is not a sim rate that you can use comfortably with all aircraft, especially not during terrible weather. If it's really calm, then it's fine. High altitude, it's fine. So yeah, we're zooming along here using our sim rate just so we can land a little quicker. I find that because there's not a lot of people in my chat, there is not a lot to talk about, and I still haven't managed to nail exactly what to do during the cruise part of the stream. You know what I mean? If there isn't much chatting to do, then I have to figure out something to do on the stream, and I still haven't nailed exactly what that can be. So yeah, once I do that, then we can probably just sit through the whole cruise pretty much. But for now, I think it's a better idea for me to just fast forward through the cruise pretty much. So there we go. Just like that, we are halfway through the straight leg that we're supposed to be flying. Let's have a look here. 36 minutes. 36 minutes. If we take that and divide that by 8 to the nearest, we're talking about we have about 5 minutes to top or descend at most. Okay, at this rate, at most, we've got about 5 minutes left to top or descend. 5 or 10 minutes at most. So yeah, I actually need to know the frequency for the ILS into Vancouver. Ooh, we're already more than halfway through our journey, huh? This is quick. This is very, very quick. And this fast forwarding rate is a little too much. Let me actually go ahead and slow it down to into 4. At least into 4 is a bit more reasonable. Let's see. What is the ILS frequency into runway 08 right into Vancouver? It is 109.50. .50, 84 degrees magnetic, and its identifier is IVR. India Victor Romeo. 109.50. Copy that. Okay, good. It's fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. It won't be too long. Okay, so we're going at into 4 right now. We can you know what? Let me just speed this up. Let's just go into 8. Why not? Just test it out, see how that works with our dear flight sim. Top of descent is approaching us fast. Hey, pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Top of descent is coming up, so let me just go ahead and bring our rate back to into 1 here. Let's go back into the flight deck quickly. Okay, and let's check our data for our arrival. Okay, landing data. I'm gonna use all our flaps today, 136. That is fine with me. If we come to our nav radio, 109.50 at 083 is the correct frequency for our ILS here today. So we're pretty much ready for landing, I suppose. Okay, now we're just 20 nautical miles away from top of descent. Okay, so we're pretty much ready. We can take a quick look at our descent on little nav map, but that's really not necessary today. It's a very simple procedure, but nonetheless. Also, the route shown in nav map is not the one we're exactly following, but in the interest of just showing you guys. So if we take a look here, just resize that window. Give me a second. There we go. So we're currently right here. We don't need to see all these nav aids. So let me just cut them out of here. Okay, that's much better. So we're currently here. We're gonna fly straight in towards somewhere here, probably. I'm not so sure, because like I said, the route we're following is slightly different. Okay, so we're gonna go in and yeah, very simple approach. Gonna fly somewhat downwind, a heading that's downwind of the runway that we're gonna land into, almost parallel, and then turn in and in for landing. So it's not complicated today. And we need to reset our MCP altitude here, ready for descent. Let's check. What is our final descent altitude? It seems to be at 2,000 feet. So let's do 2,000 feet. Let's do 2,000 feet here. There we go. 2,000 feet is done. Let's put that there. Top of descent is 10 nautical miles. Brilliant. Exactly 10 nautical miles to top of descent. And we are looking good, ladies and gentlemen. That is looking good. Nothing else to do. Nothing else to do here. Vancouver. To Canada. We're flying on to Canada. Okay, so we need to find ourselves a heavy jetway, which there are a number of them quite near us, so we don't really need to worry about that. Yeah, we've got quite a number of options. Yeah, we do have a bit of options once we land into Vancouver. So we're alright for now. As we continue, top of descent is coming up. We should begin descent any second. Let's see how that goes. So we've begun our top of descent, nice and easy. Top of descent, nice and easy. There we go. That's good. Okay. That is good stuff. We're a little above our vertical profile there. And we also have manual vectors, don't we? We have vectors here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to just cancel out the vectors here. I don't want to fly them. I don't want to fly on the vector here today, so we're just going to do that, and we're going to execute that. We get rid of the vector, so a more neater looking flight plan right there as well. We might need it to get configured for landing. If I do, I'm just going to use the heading bug. So yeah. Alright. Now that we are descended, let us take a look from the cabin. Here is the cabin. The cabin. That's a good looking cabin. Oh, we didn't take a look at the cabin, did we? That's United Airlines, eh? United Airlines. The cabin isn't the best. I mean, not the actual modeling. I mean, in terms of The United Cabin. Is this what it looks like? There's no decals or signs? I don't think so. Although the in-flight entertainment shows the correct thing, we need more. I always say that about liveries. I keep talking about how I want to pick up better liveries, but I never do. So yeah, that's interesting. Okay, we won't be long now. We should be able to make this landing. The thing is, I'm not too sure about how this landing is gonna go. It's my first time landing in this airport. I've never even checked out the payware. It might be a little too hard to land in, and the weather. Let's check the weather as well. Let's check some weather. The weather is VFR. It is VFR. There is. Okay, that's fine. It seems to be clear apparently. So we'll see what it looks like once we break through these clouds and come out the other side. So let's go ahead and take a look at a few cinematic shots of what is going on here. There we go, we're making a descent down through the clouds there. That looks really nice. Yes, it does. Looking good. Alrighty. See what that looks like. That is a good view. That is a great view as we leave behind the comfort of our cruising altitude. It's a beautiful looking layer of clouds there. Really nice. Damn. Oh, there we go. Let's see what it looks like when we come out of these clouds here. It's going to be fascinating to see what it's going to look like. Lovely stuff. A bunch of cats fighting near me. Bunch of cats fighting near me. Let's see. What do we have here? We're still slightly above the vertical profile, at least the ideal vertical profile here. I don't know what exactly the transition altitude for Canada is. I have no idea. Let's find out. I'm considering giving it a bit of speed brake to descend a little lower, but for the time being, I don't think we need it. But maybe we need it. Okay, I'm just gonna do that. Auto brake, we're gonna give it position 2 today. There we go. Let's go ahead and switch out our altimeters for local pressure of 29.48. Okay, that's all right. Look at this. These clouds are crazy. These clouds are absolutely crazy. Look at that, guys. Come on. That is absolute bananas. This is all live, by the way. This is live weather that we're flying into right now. Look at that. Got speed brakes going right there. Let's put that down for a second. Let's see. Oh, look at that. You can feel the deceleration. That's cool. Really cool. That is not looking good. Let's see what the weather will be like. Pretty cool. There we go. We are right on top of where we need to be in terms of our altitude, our speed. We're just going to give it a bit more auto brake there. I mean, speed brake there, sorry. Just so we can descend a little quicker and maintain. There we go. That's very good. Very, very good. What else do we need to do here in preparation for our landing? Descent checklist, recall notes, auto brake, that's fine, that's fine. Let's move on to the next one. Altimeters are set and done. We just need speed brakes, landing, gear and flaps. That's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking good. Looking good. Let's reduce the range on that so we have a better visibility of that right there. We're coming into land. Set my heading here as a contingency. As a matter of fact, I'll set it kind of facing the runway. Kind of facing the runway heading, more or less. I'll set it like this. Good, good. Coming up on 10,000 feet already. I'm gonna turn on my logo lights. Just for fun. Why not? Very nice. We are coming into Canada. Into Canada. Lovely. Is our angle of attack too high? No, it's not. We're fine. We are fine, and that looks like a very grim scene there. I'm gonna take a screenshot quickly. There we go. Looking good. Sky dolly is ready here. I will get ready to deploy that. Once we're a little bit more, we don't have that much in the way of time. Okay, there's a runway right there, I believe. Somewhere there. Where is the runway? That's a good question. There is the runway. That runway looks awfully short. Are we going to manage to land into this runway? Because it looks very, very short. Yeah, we should be able to. Yep, that's plenty. It's not actually short. It's 12,000. It's actually huge. 12,500 feet. That's a massive runway. I'm worried for nothing. That's a very massive runway, so we're going to be fine. We're going to be just fine. Runway 01... Wait, 08. Right. Yeah, that's 018. 08, right, sorry. My brain is completely and utterly scrambled at the moment. Let's have a look. Oh, look, bubble. Got a waypoint bubble. Okay, we got a bit of rain there. Very nice. Look at that. Some watery effects on our cabin window there. Yes. Very cool. Jeez, me, I'm tired. Ooh, that looks very nice. Look at that. That is a very nice scene. This just looks wonderful. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Let's check up here. Looking good. Everything up here is looking good as well. We need to turn on the passenger signs now. 10,000 feet coming up. Let me just go ahead and turn on our landing lights here, which is good. We need to slow down before we can actually down here, ready for landing, and we'll bring this down here as well, ready for landing. Okay, good. Let's deploy our speed brake, allow us to slow down quicker. There we go, that is good enough. There we go. Under 250 knot, so we're fine to descend below 10,000 feet more or less. Gorgeous stuff. Oh, that is a very steep. We just dropped there. Pretty sure somebody felt sick. What a gorgeous aircraft. A gorgeous aircraft. FMC message. What is it? Drag required. Oh, yes. Okay. Say no more, mister. Say no more. Gonna put that drag on there. We've got a very steep descent profile here, so we're gonna leave the speed brakes open here just so we can lose a bit of speed there. Okay, that's good. There we go. We'll be bleeding speed there. Put the speed brakes halfway deployed. Oh, that's really cool. Very nice. Now, let me go ahead and take a look at our landing speeds one more time. 136 knot as our reference speed. We can go 140 or 141 knot as we approach here. It's a little too much, I don't know. So 34 knots towards 34 nautical miles towards our destination apparently. But for now we're okay. Cabin is ready for landing, ladies and gentlemen. That is fantastic. Leave the speed brakes deployed. Everything here is looking wonderful. We can just leave it like this. There we go. ILS and localizer, we'll talk about that after the final turn. Dish and Captain, you should make tutorials since you fly almost all the planes. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, mate. I do make tutorials. I don't know if you've checked out my channel. I do make tutorials. I've actually made a tutorial on the PMDG 777. I've actually already made one, but I get your point. I should do way more tutorials, you know, like random stuff. I should do some tutorials on them. I agree. I will get to that. As a matter of fact, I think I need to take that suggestion more seriously. I will get to that. Thank you very much. I will get to that. I'll actually start making tutorials for all sorts of stuff. Perhaps more detailed tutorials and, you know, how to work the systems and all that stuff. Oh yeah, will do. Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay. So it seems like it's going to be a rainy landing by all accounts, although the weather does say VFR. Is it VFR though? I don't think it is. I don't think it's VFR conditions into Vancouver at the moment. We'll check that in a second on our tablet. But it says it's VFR. At least that's what the information that I'm getting from Volanta at the moment is telling me. So that's interesting. Yeah, we 5,000 feet and it's still at this level of cloud cover here with a bit of rain. Okay. Let's give it a bit more of speed brake here. Let's give it a bit more speed brake here. Okay. Let's put that back up there. Mr. Dishant, you're gonna have to guess. You're gonna have to guess my nationality, as I often say on the channel. I don't like to talk about personal details. It's just who I am, you know. Hope you don't mind, but it's just who I am. I just don't like to talk about personal details. It's not something I'm comfortable with, but yeah, man. Okay, we are at about 200 something knots at the moment. We could drop the flaps. No, too early for that. Too early for that. So we're gonna go at 178 nautical miles. We've got our turn going on. We could probably open up the localizer. We could do that. We could do that. Let's take a look from the outside. What do we look like? Ooh, very nice. That is very good. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let me get the localizer going now. There we go. We've got localizer. That is perfectly fine. Let's set it to approach mode right there. We've got that going on. That's fine. Okay, I think we're okay here. It's going to be an interesting landing. I really don't think... Okay, Volanta lied to me. It is not VFR in Vancouver. No way. Okay, we're flying live weather at the moment. Oh. Hold on. Sky dolly. We've turned on sky dolly. Okay, we've turned on sky dolly and there we go. There it is. You from Dubai. All right. That's cool. Which part, man? Okay, we're going to turn on the approach mode there. Because we got glide slope there. Let's put our flaps down slowly. Push it down there. It's a rushed landing today. It's going to be a rushed landing. Position 15 already. Let's go outside and let's drop the gear here. let's not wait too long before things get hairy here. So yeah, it's fantastic. Good. Good. Let's drop that flap down. Come on. 30 years in Dubai, that is a long time, man.
2,500.
That is a very long time. That's a very, very long time. Okay, let's bring our speed down here to 140 knots. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna leave it at 146 there. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. I can't see a damn thing. Do a flight to Dubai. I've been flying in and out of Dubai for the past few live streams. All I've been doing is just flying in the Middle East, just Dubai, Oman, and what do you call it? Kuwait. That's all I've been doing. Doha. I've been flying so much in the Middle East that I had to go away from the Middle East for a second. I can see some odd shapes in the distance. I assume that's the land or low-lying clouds in the east. Our minimum should be at 200. Yeah, in this weather though, 200. Okay, let me just keep it at 200. If I can't see at 200, I think we got a problem, don't we? No, I'm talking about radio here. Okay, there we go. That's good. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. This is gonna be a problem. Let me just drop that speed further. This will be a fun landing as a passenger. A really fun landing. Okie dokie. I'm just gonna turn on my runway turn-off lights, wing lights, the whole deal, because it is not VFR in Vancouver. They lied to me. Okay, here we go. We're coming in to land pretty much 900 feet. I need to take control of the aircraft. Oh, good lord, but I can't see a damn thing. Okay, whatever. My aircraft, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I have poppy lights in sight, which is fantastic. Sliding off from the localizer there, but that's okay. Glide slope seems to be doing just fine. Auto throttle is kind of working in a way. Okay, there we go. 500 feet. We're alright.
300. Approaching minimums.
Okay, ignore glide slope now.
Glide
Minimums.
slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
What do you mean glide slope? If I follow that, I'm not gonna land. Okay. There we go.
100.
100.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Okay. Reverse thrust. That's a firm landing, but nothing too bad at all. Is reverse thrust actually working? I think it is. Yeah, it is. That's good. That is good. Okay, we don't need reverse anymore. We don't need auto brake anymore either. There we go. Auto brake off, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to Vancouver. The flaps back up there. Clean up that aircraft. Let's get these lights off here. Let's get that on there. There we go. And I'm going to... Okay, it'll probably brake too hard there, but that's okay. We're gonna put that back down to... Yeah, that's good. That is good, good, good. We should get the APU running, although it's gonna switch off during our landing replay. I'm still gonna get it started. Dishan says, try Cabby for cabin announcements. It will bring some realism to your streams. Cabby, you say? Let me write that down. You said Cabby. Cabby. Well, thank you very much for the suggestion. Cabby. I'm not really worried about the cabin announcement per se, but it will help in my videos. If I try and make some videos, that will definitely help. Yeah, that will most definitely help in my videos. For the stream, I'm not sure if I want to use it, but I'll definitely look at it. It will definitely be helpful for my video. So yeah, thank you for the suggestion. I'm gonna check that out for sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what is this again? I forgot. I'm kidding. Vancouver. So we're gonna turn off to our left here. As you can see, it's a very narrow taxiway here. There it is. It's not the best weather for checking out the airport scenery either. It really is not very good weather for the airport scenery. That's okay though. Let's find ourselves a parking, and once we do, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at our landing replays as usual. And once that is done, we'll come back and shut down our lovely 777-300ER, ladies and gentlemen. Taxiing along quite slowly. I'm going to give it a bit more power here. That landing rate wasn't the best. Should have pulled up a little bit more. It's always the same story. If I ignore the glide slope from under 400 feet, it's a great landing. If I pay too much attention to it, then things go haywire. I don't know what it is. It's not as bad as it was in 2020, where the glide slope is completely off in 2024, but it's still a bit finicky. The puppy lights and the glide slopes don't always agree. That is a big problem, because I usually like to follow the puppy lights. And then I get confused. And then I get split-minded, and there you go. Okay. You can see some Air Canada aircraft off to our right-hand side there. We need to find ourselves a large parking. Oh, we're off to the side there. Not by much, that's okay. Alright, we need a large gate. Need a large gate. Large gate. Which way should we go? You know what? I'm gonna make a turn here. Hopefully I'll find a gate that can fit the 777. Actually, the only gate here that can is taken right here. So we're gonna have to taxi along a little bit more. We're gonna have to taxi along a little bit more further down. Before we are able to do that. Okay. can take... Okay, so we've got a number of options available. We can do 19, 20 or 22. Any of these gates should be able to fit the 777. I really don't think a 777 should be taxiing along here. We're supposed to approach through the other side probably. Doesn't seem to be enough clearance, but we're okay. There's gate 17, there's 18, 19 is already taken by this 787 here. Is that 19? Yeah. So we're gonna have to go down. No, that's 19. I have no idea. Yeah, that's 19A. Okay. So we've got 19A and 19B there. I'm feeling we could have parked in here if we wanted to, but yeah. Taxi in today is quite long, but got some time on our side here. 1 hour and 36 minutes. It's not more. So it's fine. It is fine. Where are we going? Let us take a look. There we go. We'll take gate 21. That is... oh no. That's the wrong gate. 22. Why are all the heavy gates taken? There's an aircraft at every single heavy gate. Good lord. This one's also taken. Now where the heck am I supposed to go? Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. 23C. Is that available? Is that available? It's supposed to be somewhere here. And I think it is available. What? Yeah, there's 22. Oh wait, 22 is available. Gate 22 is available. Yep, let's park in gate 22. Let's try and put our aircraft in here if we can. I'm not so sure it will fit, but we've got to try. The other option is gate 23, which is here. You know what? I'm just gonna try this. Let's just try this. Let's see. Can we fit our aircraft in here? We can, but is the wing going to clear that 787 is the question. I don't think so. Nope, definitely not. But we're just gonna take the parking anyway, because otherwise we're gonna be here for a while. Yeah, we're not clearing that. We are not clearing that. Perhaps if I came in a little tighter, we would have cleared it, but it's fine. It is fine. Slice. There we go. We just sliced that 787 there, but that's okay. Okay, this is not where we're supposed to be at all. Nonetheless, at least we've managed to find ourselves a little parking there. Good. Let's now go ahead and take a look at Sky Dolly, which should have captured our landing there, and then we'll take a look at it. So let's go ahead and see what has happened. Okay, we've got landing replay there, which is always good to see. Let's go back all the way. There we go. I'm gonna allow the flaps to start dropping a little bit, so go back. Okay, there we go. It's much better. Just gonna allow the flaps to drop here. Okay, that is the touchdown point. This is good enough. There we go. let's just allow the flaps to drop now. Come on, drop flaps. There we go, flaps are dropping, great. Are all the lights on? They should be, right? I don't know. We'll just see. We'll just see. Come on, flaps. Okay, flaps are coming down real well. Ian says, I hate users which are just looking for fun. I think for us, flight simulators are more than simulators, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, a lot of people out there, you know, what has happened is Microsoft Flight Sim has pretty much gamified the whole simulation thing, and a lot of people view it from that lens. I mean, I don't mind. It's whatever floats your boat, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, if somebody wants to treat it like a game, that's fine, but I'm more on the flight simmer side of things than the gaming side. So yeah, I think you know, so I'm more on the hardcore flight simming side of stuff. But yeah. All right, let's press that play there. A lot of planes at the gate today, yeah. All the heavy ones taken. Let's see. The first landing replay, we're coming in to land into Vancouver here. Runway 08 right. 777. It was a firm landing if I remember correctly. Let's see how it went. How bad was this considering the weather? Let's see. Yeah, it was a firm landing, but nothing that's too terrible. So, you know. Yeah, there was nothing too terrible. It was a firm landing, and once again my indecision regarding the ILS and the glide slope has come to bite me in the behind. So that's an issue I have with almost every flight. I need to stop being split-minded. Should I follow the puppy lights? Should I follow the glide slope in the instruments? Should I follow my visual cue? I mean, look, right now it's telling us it's too low. Okay. We're still too low, apparently. We're not too low. I don't know. But that was near, okay. Besides just a little firm touchdown there. I think that's just fine. I think that's just fine. Okay. Maybe it was on the harder side probably, but let's see what it was like for
Terrain.
from this view.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
Uh-huh.
Too low. Terrain. 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 Too low. Terrain.
Okay. Very nice. The runway looks very nice, so it'll be interesting to check out the rest of the scenery here. The runway looks pretty good though. The runway looks pretty good.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
Let's play. From the cabin view now, let's see how that landing went. This will tell us how hard the landing really was. Okay. That's not too bad at all. Aircraft system malfunction, landing gear malfunction. That is because of the replay. You can ignore that. PMDG does not bode well with replays. But anyway, fair landing. Fair landing. Let's check out the other side, shall we? The other side. Now there are a few things that I need to iron out while landing, but apart from that I don't think so. I don't think it was too bad. It's a lovely view right there too. Okay. That is good stuff. That is good stuff right there, ladies and gentlemen. Brilliant. You know what? Let me test a certain landing replay that I've been wanting to play around with for a while. So let me use this opportunity to test out a landing replay that I've always wanted to try here. Okay, I'm just gonna fly along here to the end of the runway. Give me a second. Come on. Yes, just like that. We're gonna come down here. Our aircraft touched down right here, so we're gonna put it somewhere down here. Not that low. I'll put our drone speed a little lower than that now. Okay, and then we're gonna say drone follow mode and drone lock mode. Okay, let's see if this works. What is going on here? Nope. That's not what I want. Where's the aircraft? There it is. Can we... Okay, there we go. It's a pretty cool view. I just need to figure out how exactly to do this. I knew how to do this. I've completely forgotten. There's a way to make your drone camera follow it. What do I do again? Come on. Where did it go? Ah, there it is. Let's try that again. Is that it? That's not it. Okay, I've forgotten how to do this. But let me just manually follow the aircraft. I've forgotten how to do this. There's a way to do this. Let's see. Play. Okay. Looks lovely. It is pretty cool. That is pretty cool, isn't it? If only I knew how to do this properly. I forgot how exactly they did it. It's not something I use very often, but yeah. Let's try that one more time. One more time, except I'll just go a little bit closer to the runway there. There we go. Just go a bit closer to the runway, and I think that's good enough. Yeah, let's play. There we go, coming into land. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right. Let's go ahead and head back to our parking now. Let's fast forward all of that. Let's head back to our parking. How long is today's live stream? 1 hour 51 minutes. Yeah, we took our time with the replays. That's all right. So let's head back into our gate where we left the aircraft, more or less. More or less. I'm gonna put that in there. And I'm gonna leave that there. There we go. There we go. Good. Okay, let's shut down our lovely aircraft here. Is our APU running? Yes, it is. APU is not running. Okay, I'm gonna start the APU. I'm gonna come down here. Going to go to ground connections. I need to request the ground power. I'm gonna switch to it, and I'm going to turn off all the lights that are unnecessary, and then we're going to shut down our engines here. There we go. Okay, APU is now running. Let's go to GSX and request deboarding for us. Come on. Yep, there we go. Request deboarding. Okay, Air Canada, why not? Let's come up here and turn off the hydraulic and electric stuff there, whatever it is. I don't want the packs to be running. I'm gonna turn those off. Recirc fans probably, those can go off. We don't need the bleed to be on. APU bleed can remain. No, we're gonna turn that off as well. I'm gonna turn off all the stuff. Emergency lights to off there. They can go off. Beacon lights can come off. Window heats off. We've got our fuel pumps. They can come off. Let's go down to our checklist here. See what's going on. Parking brake. Did we set our parking? We did, obviously, but landing replay might have removed it. There we go. Shut down. Securing packs off. It's done, and we are done with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Vancouver. I hope you guys enjoyed that little flight. Now let's go ahead, before we call it a day for right now, let's go ahead and check out this scenery here. This is Toronto. No, not Toronto. What am I saying? Vancouver. Now, I can't remember. I did buy the scenery for Vancouver. Yes, I did. This is a payware for Vancouver. And it looks like it doesn't look good. How much did I pay for this? It better not have been anything above 10. Definitely nothing above 15. Because this is not exactly a very good... I mean, the exterior modeling is fine, but the interior is not modeled at all. There's a little bit of modeling here. Okay, there's a little bit of modeling here. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, alright. There's something here at least. That's fine. Okay, I think then that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. So we've got some level of modeling here. It's just I think we've parked at the one place where it's not modeled. Yeah, we've parked at the end where it's not modeled. But I feel like all these buildings being left empty here is a little bit... Yeah, it's not exactly the best there, but... So it's modeled this way. It's just not modeled this way either. Yeah, not even a parallax effect on the windows. That's kind of sucky. Okay, alright. I guess the interior of this is not too bad, but it's not a very remarkable airport per se, is it? I don't know if that's how the actual airport is, or whether this particular scenery has not done a good job. I don't know. I don't know which one of the two is true. But yeah, there is the scenery for Vancouver, but at least I've got something here. Yeah, it's pretty usable. It's not too bad, but not the best. Depending on how much I paid for it, which I don't remember. I don't think it's definitely... Yeah, I think it had to be about $10 or less than that. Otherwise, I would not have purchased this. No way. But yeah, there's your scenery for Vancouver. There's some stuff here, some containers and stuff. Some sort of hangar here, hopefully. What is this? Yeah, Air Canada. Air Canada Jazz. What's that? I don't know. Well, whatever it is. Yeah, hope you guys had a good time on today's flight. Pretty fun flight. Interesting weather. Was not planning on landing into something like that, but hey, it happened. It happened. So yeah, I want to thank everybody who was in the chat on today's live stream. Hope you guys had fun. Do let me know if you guys have any suggestions for the next stream. I can't speak today. I don't know what's wrong. But if you guys have any suggestion for the next stream, do let me know. It can't be too long of a route, but apart from that, do let me know. If I have the aircraft and the airports, then I will be happy to do those routes or something similar, more than likely. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning into the chat. Everyone who was watching, thank you very much. Mr. EM, Liam and Dishant, thank you very much. Alright, with that, I shall leave it here for today. Have a good day, and I shall catch you in the next one.